themselves. They're still on Spotify and places like that, on different platforms, but I deleted them from my webpage so that it doesn't cause my webpage to load slowly, because I've noticed browser issues, and I started getting sometimes error messages, or it would just lag, or the pictures would not load at all. And I noticed an issue one day, and I corrected it. So now I only put, let's say, 5 albums. I'm gonna put a few more on there, but I'm not allowed to embed that many albums on my website in too short a period of time, or they're gonna give me like this error message. And so it took me a while to figure it out, but yeah, so I'm gonna slowly start updating the newest albums on that ASMR album page on my website. So you go on TonyBomboni.com, then you click ASMR albums. That's the web page I'm talking about specifically. And so I just want to thank you all for another record month of ASMR album listeners, but also just to clarify that to see all of my albums, you have to go on Spotify, okay? And then you scroll a bit down, and then you're going to see a small button that says Discography. You're going to click the Discography, and that will show you all the albums from now on, because it's just impossible to load my webpage if I start putting all the albums. Like, I'm even going to put maybe like 20-30 max on that page, and I can't do any more. Otherwise, I notice my webpage starts to load slower. So I'm just going to have to keep updating it with the newest albums and deleting old ones on that specific webpage on my website. But they're never going to be deleted on places like Spotify, okay? They are there, alright? So that's how you can see the latest albums. But also, there have been quite a few albums coming out recently, so you can clearly see on my Spotify. So again, if you go on my website and you click ASMR albums, you're going to see the Spotify button. You click that button, and that will take you directly to my Spotify. Or you click any one of the pictures in one of those albums, that one of the 5 I have on there right now, and that will take you to the album itself on Spotify. I hope that makes sense. You'll see it, okay? It's just follow my voice and follow my voice while you click on my website. It'll be pretty easy for you to figure that out by yourself. But I also have the Spotify link in other places on my website in a form of a button, or you could Google Tony Bomboni Spotify. You go on Spotify.com, you search Tony Bomboni. It's pretty easy, okay? Pretty easy to find me. But I just ask that you kind of like do that so you keep up to date with the latest albums. There's like writing Christmas cards to my poopsies, and Time Traveler, Roleplay, and like there's a couple others. Strict TSA Agent. There's a few new albums out right now, and I haven't been mentioning them, but I should. So I'm excited for you guys to hear them, and thank you for all the streams. The tracks keep growing. I appreciate it so much. And yeah, so I'm hoping eventually to reach 100,000 monthly listeners. I'm confident we will get there. And so, yeah, thank you for allowing me to share that with you. And again, I'm always available every day for readings, TonyBomboni.com. Right now I'm offering 25% off using coupon code TonyVal for Valentine's Day. TonyVal, TonyVal, okay? It's not Tony25 like I usually do for 25% off. It's TonyVal for Valentine's Day. So use that coupon code and snatch yourself a service. I'm keeping it until the 18th of February 2024. All week long. You get that. You can use that coupon code for any unlimited amount of services. And that's my thanks to you, because I love you. And please sign up for my newsletter, because I came out with a newsletter. I wasn't going to mention it on here, but I'm like, okay, let me mention it on here. I'd like to, get as many people on board in these bookings as possible. So I appreciate your love and support. And that's the only thing. These bookings are really one of the only things keeping me going to keep producing daily content for you. Like, I cannot do it without you signing up for a booking. I'm not asking for a donation. I'm not asking for free money, a freebie. Like, you get something in return, so it's worth it. Yes, I have to put extra work and time, but that's what I do. first day officially my house is on the market, so it's exciting. Yeah. Just continuing to go on house tours and look for houses, like, just doing my best, the days go by so fast when you're busy, and gosh, so wish me luck. My brother's okay. He went on his checkup after second operation just now, and they said he's good to go. He will not need a third operation. He will have another exam a week from today. So let's hope, fingers crossed, everything's well. But you guys wanted me to keep you updated on that, so I just wanted to do that in the beginning of this video. Just update you guys first on everything, get everything out of the way, and then I want to start this video, okay? So, yeah, thank you guys for the donations. The GoFundMe is still available. We have maybe like $1,500 left to go, but, like I said, really not necessary. So I appreciate it though, but thank you guys so much. You guys have donated over $6,000, which is crazy, like, wow. So that definitely helps my brother out, financially, and he really appreciates it, and he's getting better. His eye is slowly recovering. I mean, it's gonna take time, guys, He wasn't even able to work the last couple of weeks. So thank you for your prayers and your thoughts, and I think he will be okay, and I just pray his vision gets restored. By the looks of it, it might, most likely. So yeah, that's exciting. So alright, so let's continue this video, guys. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, tap the bell, hit all notifications. Okay, I got all of that out of the way, and mention the website, my brother, everything going on. Alright, so right now I'm gonna be silent for some time in between this video. So there's gonna be moments of silence, there's gonna be moments of just, dwelling and reflecting, because I would like this video to just channel everything spiritual possible. Everything I know about spirituality, everything that is spiritual of nature in general, so that you can get, well, you might hear some more noise than usual. I actually have my door open in this studio, and as we begin emptying out things in this house, it might slowly start with time becoming more echoey and sounding like I'm in an empty room, and that's because I'm moving, obviously. So well, we don't know yet for sure, but you might. So I have this open door, and then it's open door and the sliding door, so you're gonna hear a lot of wind from outside, and maybe more than usual traffic noise, although it's not too bad here where I am living. It's pretty quiet. That's one thing, it's hard to find a really quiet house, that's not by a main road, or not too much traffic, and yeah, it's been a challenge, guys. So just figuring that all out. So that's why you're gonna hear more noise, but I just wanted to get that out of the way. It's different. I like doing different things for a change, so it's nice for a change. I don't like ASMR that's too quiet, like it sounds like you're literally filming in a music studio. Like, that's not my cup of tea most times, so why would I don't believe in making something that you don't like. If I don't like lemonade, why would I make it and sell it to people? I'll put that not like energy into that lemonade, and it won't turn out good. So I hope that makes sense. So alright, so yeah, I guess just spiritual stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of close my eyes for a little second or two, and just begin to channel whatever I need to channel, whatever you need to hear in this moment in time. And I like staying silent. I know a lot of people don't like silence. I love it. A lot of people they like to get distracted. They like to stay busy and keep their mind occupied, and they don't like to sit or lay or be in stillness. I adore it. That is my part-time job, is to just be in stillness, and so we're gonna practice that stillness and peace and quiet today. And you can't truly tap into that peace unless you're still. And maybe that's the first message. Yeah, that just automatically came. It's like, whoa, stillness, being still, being quiet, being at peace. That's something that we need to do more. It's a practice, it's a rehearsal, it's a form of meditation. You don't need to sit there, legs and arms crossed, and hum, okay? It's just what we need. It's like food, water, oxygen, shelter, clothing, love, touch, We don't think about these things. What do we need in our day-to-day existence? What is it that you need? Think about it. Dwell on it, reflect on it. You need things to live. You need things to exist. This is part of those things, and we don't think we need peace because they didn't teach that in college. You were so busy putting 2 + 2 = 4 that you forgot to look at yourself and say, I need this. 2, I need that. +2 equals a whole and complete human being. And this is why I think everything needs to change. The school system, everything. We need to learn more about money in school. We need to learn about financial education and literacy, an abundance mindset. We need to learn about spirituality. We need to learn about love, dating. Yes, because those are crucial to life. The birds know how to caw and hawk and screech for their mate because they were taught somehow. Okay? We were not taught. We don't just feel it in our DNA, right? Like, I used to believe we're mammals and we know in our DNA how to make love. No, I had no idea how to make love. The first time it was hella uncomfortable. It was awkward. It was weird. I didn't feel right. Maybe that's because, who knows? People say I'm a starseed. I don't know. Okay, who knows? But you know what? It's not in my DNA, so someone has to teach me about it. Someone has to talk about it. And someone has to make it less awkward or uncomfortable when you go to health class and talk about intimacy, right? And your bodily parts and functions, right? There needs to be at least a month on that subject alone. Not a day, not a week. Okay, I had to close the door because the air started blowing, but I still have this door open, so again, I like the white noise. It's nice for a change. I actually also brought my Himalayan gold acetylate crystal to help me channel more messages spiritually, so yeah, we need more. We weren't given enough. We're too busy focusing on 2 + 2 = 4 when we're not busy enough focusing on how one partner and one partner come together and make baby. I don't know, there's so much that needs change, right? There's so much that needs change, and I'm noticing it's already beginning to change, but it's making a lot of people, parents included, uncomfortable. But I agree to an extent. They're talking about stuff that really kids don't need to know, but they need to start changing maybe more in a different direction, let's put it that way. So money, love, hygiene. I don't think we were taught hygiene enough. Okay, there are a lot of people walking around, no judgment, we're all different, we're all, I guess, mammals in a way, right? You can't teach the cow how to wipe its lip after it eats hay, right? Whatever, okay? You can't teach a pig either, but pigs are apparently cleaner than dogs, so who knows? But regardless, and dogs' mouths are cleaner than ours, so hey, we're probably the biggest animals of all, right? No, but seriously, well, what if that's a lie? Hey, I'm questioning everything, but that's another thing I think I'm channeling is lies. We've been lied to. Yeah, I said it, we've been lied to. Yeah, the big man running in the show, right? That's our great-great-great-grandfather, right? I call him great-granddaddy. The big man behind the curtain, right? The ultimate parent, right? Responsible for dictating if you buy a house, if you go to school, what kind of lifestyle you live. Yeah. Where you live, first of all. Yeah, so you're responsible for your own self, but there's still let's say, a higher false sense of power or force here running the show, okay? Pulling the puppet strings and basically keeping everything flowing and functional, right? And then there's little different branches of people under that wing, and then different little, worker bees under that wing, and where are those worker bees? Okay, basically. So, yeah. So, great granddaddy, let's call him, is there sitting up there in that tower, right? Let's say allegedly. Entertainment purposes only. I'm just making a hypothetical scenario, okay? To kind of open that third eye a bit, alright? Because I don't know about making love, but I love making love to the third eye. If someone can talk to me all day and night and make love to my third eye, that's all I need, honey. That's all. You just make love to my third eye. That's all I need, baby. Alright. Okay. We'll be good. No need to go under the sheets, honey. No need to close the door. You just make love to that third eye, but through conversation, that's enough for me. That satisfies my spirit, my flesh, everything. Alright? Because when we're in a third eye, we don't need to satisfy the flesh. Okay, I thought I would have run out of ideas. We're channeling. We're starting to channel everything spiritual. Come on. Yes, let's bring it in. Do that. Tap your third eye right now and just make love to that third eye. Does not it feel good? Oh, it feels so wonderful. Alright, so great granddaddy, right? Great granddaddy. Alright, and let's not hate on great granddaddy, okay? Let's send love. Make love for Lord have mercy. No, not that. Let's send love to great granddaddy because, we're still here, we're still alive, we're still around, we're still breathing, we're still living, right? Something profound. Either was said or I heard it or something the other day, that no matter what your circumstance in life, I think it was this YouTuber I watch, no matter what circumstance you are put in, you can always make the most of it. And I think that's really, really profound. You can, I don't know, I have a habit of tapping this crystal, but you can make the most of being a worker bee in this life, because we all are, right? Including great granddaddy. Great granddaddy's still a worker bee because they gotta do their job too, right? If you think about it. So we all have a job, we all have an assignment to do in this reality, so to speak. So I was getting to my point with great granddaddy, but you can look at great granddaddy as your ancestors. Your great grandfather, right? Your ancestor was responsible in making that person who made you. And if you think about it that way, you had no say or control over that. In reality, in a linear time format on Earth, you had no idea. Okay, you don't even know who great grandfather is, do you? Nobody does, alright? Because your ancestry DNA only goes back to the 1500s. They can't go further. There are no records. So, basically, great granddaddy runs the show and makes everything seem like it's what it is when it's not, right? Great granddaddy's responsible for how you learn, what you learn, where you go to learn. And so you need to open that to realize more. There's more than meets the eye. You ever watched that show with Selena Gomez, Wizards of Waverly Place? There were a lot of hidden truth in that show that a lot of people missed. Just look at the intro song. Nothing is as it seems. She's saying, nothing is as it seems. Something like that. Something like, nothing is ever as it seems. You remember that? Alright, so, again, listen to that song in detail. Tap that third eye and realize they were telling you all along. You just missed it. So, don't miss it. Alright, don't miss that train, but it's okay, another train will come, it's not over. If you missed a cue or missed a hint somewhere along the line, it's okay. It takes time to download, it takes time to come through and receive spiritual messages. Alright? Okay, you're doing good, alright? Am I being a good instructor today? So, get that crystal and tap that third eye. Okay, maybe not too hard, that's a little painful, but do that. Just, yes, feel the reverberations. And something else about the wind. There's a lot of wind outside today, but wind is good. Wind is supposed to clear that old negative energy, okay? I think next video I'm actually going to do another self-hypnosis session on myself and see what's out there in the universe, or something about 5D, or just anything. I'm going to be an open channel to channel anything we need to know right now, basically. Okay? Because it's been quite a few months since my last one, so I'd like to really do another one. And give you guys a good long one to watch or listen to, because, you know, I'm just closing my eyes in that video, so you're not going to look at me the whole time. You just listen. Alright. So let me be silent for a little bit and see what I need to say. So the wind is blowing out that old negative energy. Alright, so you're gonna get a lot more wind, a lot more rain. You know, I feel like the water, the rain is coming to wish away everything else that the wind couldn't do on its own. Like, you know, you notice like no wind one day and it will just be extremely windy the other day. And it never used to be like this. Maybe like once a year we get weather like this. And I'm telling you, this wind almost knocked my lawn chair, like just whoosh, like it just in like sudden bursts too. And it's like, I respect that very much, because I know that maybe there was a lot of that stored up negative energy in that lawn chair, because I'm just sitting out there thinking all the time, all day, and it just gushed it out. And it's like, when I sat back in that chair, everything made sense again. It's like it just, that wind sent that spiritual knowledge. So you don't think much of the wind, but again, nothing is ever as it seems. So you have to look deeper than the surface, and you have to realize that wind is there for a divine reason, and that it's not just a coincidence that it knocks your chair over, that it is meant to do that. It has an intelligence of its uniqueness to do that. It was its assignment. You don't know if someone's incarnation was to be that gust of wind to knock that chair over, because that energy, if it had built up, if that pent up energy remained as a ball of toxic energy, you don't know how that little ball could have influenced my next door neighbor. I hope that makes sense. So, you don't know how you influence things too. When you get help, when you seek help, when you just ask someone for help, when you are just there for someone. Alright? Like my next door neighbor, for example, I just spoke to him. He needed help with something. I gave him help, right? You don't know how much of an influence that could have made to that person, or what that impact would have been like. And if I said no or didn't help them or walked away, how that would have negatively influenced someone else. So, you don't know the power you hold, alright? You forget to look at yourself and how amazing you are. And I'm telling you, you have sometimes the ability to even, as crazy as this might sound, shift the weather, change the winds, because you decided to take action on something that made things happen differently. Even if it's not a literal changing of the winds, how did you change the winds for someone in their life? Maybe that person didn't board that plane that would have crashed because of what you said to them 5 months ago. And the effect of the timeline of everything. So spirituality is not all about it's about your day-to-day actions. Mindfulness, what are you doing? What power do you hold? What influence do you make? Alright? It's in everything. It's in the core of everything. So, because you are in this core web of everything, you make an impact, and you are needed. Granddaddy needs you. You need, to an extent, great granddaddy. Does that make sense? So, because you chose to come here and be a little worker bee, alright? How do you make an influence? If the one worker bee starts dying, the rest start to die off in the hive. You ever notice that? Like, hey, if there's like a disease or bacteria that gets in there, it kills off all the bees and they don't survive. And then the owner's like, crap, well, I'm not gonna get honey. Granddaddy can't get honey without us. So, put it into perspective how much of an impact you make and how much you decided to come here. You there's some things that are wicked and need to change on this earth. But what if it's a mix of both? What if you purposely decided to trap yourself to help others get out and free themselves? You can change how you perceive your present reality. Alright? So, what is your reality? Maybe you don't believe jack squat at what I'm saying. Click away then. No, I'm playing. Please stay. Because I wanna open that for you, alright? I wanna open that for you a little bit. And I don't know everything, alright? That's another part of spirituality, is knowing I don't know nothing. But through knowing nothing, you know everything. Because if you know everything, you know nothing. And see how I did that, how I move my hands? It's expansion. Knowing nothing is actually expanding you. Knowing everything is contracting and contradicting you. You ever talk to someone that thinks they know it all? I'm sure you have. Maybe that person is you. Maybe that person is me. Sometimes. It's not the same every day, okay? There's some days you just feel like you know it all. Because you got a few downloads more than usual. And everything is just flooding in. But through knowing everything, you know nothing. Okay? And as I speak, words hold power, do they not? And so when I talk, the energy opens and uplifts itself in this toroidal field that expands and then contracts. But the contract is not bad. It's a part of the expansion. Because without this, you don't have this. Without this, you don't have this. You ever look at I think it's the Pisces symbol. And why is it the last of the zodiacs? Why is Aries the first and it opens out like this, like a T, right? Or a horn, or whatever you call it. It's a part of that field of energy. And then the Pisces kind of collapse, the ending, the cycles, and it curves inward and outward again to open up to the Aries again, the next cycle of life. We're leaving Pisces, are we not? We're leaving the old. We're starting now to go backwards, back to the highest state of being, okay? And this is just the beginning of that going back home process. We are just starting, honey. Alright, we've been at the lowest of the low for centuries. And now we're going back to the highest of the high. And does it not make sense that you agreed to contract so you can expand others? And maybe my words make some influence, and maybe there is a reason I'm making this today. The idea just came last night. And so I've really felt compelled to make this. So what else do we need to know right now? I feel like a lot of people with that are contradicting others, or in disputes and arguments, disagreeing with a lot of people right now. And so, honey, I don't need tarot cards to channel, okay? I feel like tarot cards are always just like confirmation, like, wow, it just, yeah, but sometimes I do need them though. They're a nice tool, but I feel like there's this disagreement, there's this argument, this disputing going on, and it's like no one is. Oh, now I'm being reminded of the dream I had. I had a dream that I had a fight with my family, and they were accusing me of stealing a $150 watch from my uncle. And I was like, no, I didn't. I started throwing things, right? When I get angry, I'm a thrower. See, just because I'm spiritual doesn't mean I don't have that side. Okay, let's not get it twisted. But yeah, I just lash out. I start screaming like a banshee in the wilderness. And so, yeah, doors get slammed, stuff, it gets nasty, okay, yeah. Anyway, so, but I had this dream, right? Let's get back to my point here. So, I had an issue, and then, like, my mom left, and she got her car and left, and then returned my car. I guess she was borrowing my car, and then she left, and I was like, oh, dang, she really left. Like, she's so pissed. She gave me my car back, like, wow, And so, I feel like that maybe was to remind me of that, because, like, a lot of people are in dispute right now, okay? A lot of people are in arguments, okay? Disagreements. especially around Aries season, that might start a lot, because, yeah. That's gonna be like, whoa, like, was it March, April? Rams butting heads, okay? And people are gonna fight. There might even be an extra W-A-R going on. Like, there might be another, okay, like, that's, I feel in the spirit, there is something with, so, a lot of tension. I don't even want to call it ego at this point. It's just a lot of pent-up anger that needs to be let go and released. And so as I'm channeling for you today, I feel like let it go. It's okay to release that anger. It's okay to give yourself permission as long as you are not hurting anyone, because remember, you're just hurting yourself by holding it inside of yourself. Why would you continue to consume that toxicity? Yes, it's not right to even exclaim it out to someone else, but do so in a safe, healthy manner where you can show to them that you are frustrated, but not enough to where it leads into a full-blown battle between you and this person or people. And I feel like it's multiple people. It's like Five of Wands energy. It's like multiple. Like, it's not just one person that's ticking you off now. It's everyone and their mama. Why didn't you do this right? Why didn't you bake these cookies the right way? Why is this electric bill so damn high? Are you sucking my electric bill? You can't live here anymore. Like, stuff like that. That it's not even about the stupid electric bill. It's not about the stupid unwashed plate in the sink. It's about your overall anger. And you cannot hold it any longer. And you are just wanting to release it so bad. Because you're deflecting, you're pointing the blame at something else when it's something else. You're avoiding feeling that pain. It's like a fear of that pain coming out and exploding. So, I know I myself went through something personal like that as well recently, but I don't take it personally. You see, there's the difference. There's the spiritual approach to things. It's all of us. It's a collective. You know how many tarot readings I do? Child, there's people coming to me with these issues already, alright? And these issues don't just go away overnight. You know, they last a month, 2 months, okay? Give it some time. We are just starting the new year. We are just entering Year of the Dragon. Happy Year of the Dragon, right? Oh boy. We're in for a show, aren't we? Whoa. But yes, we're leaving the Year of Peace. People think we're entering the Year of Peace. No, honey. We just left the Year of Peace. The last year was the Year of Peace. This year, Dragon is not about peace last time I checked, okay? Chinese go back thousands of years. They go back to the times when gold was used as currency. Like, discovered, used for the first time. Like, yeah, okay, ancient Egyptian. Like, they go way before that, okay? They know what they're talking about when they say Year of the Rabbit. You better pay attention, buddy. You better pay attention. Let me put it this way. How come in Year of the Rabbit, Year of the Rooster, the Year of the this, the that, the what have you, they did not advertise it in the stores. They did not have products about that. Why now? Why are they showing Year of the Dragon now? In all the stores I'm going to. Think about it. Nothing is ever as it seems. You gotta question everything. Right now I'm even questioning that first commercial after the Super Bowl. The very first one they aired, the creepy one. Think about it. Why are they showing that as the first commercial after the Super Bowl first started? I don't think anyone questioned that. As soon as I saw it, it hit my spirit. I was like, something does not seem right here. And a lot of people have been feeling a lot of anxiety. Trust that anxiety. It's not because you forgot that thing today, or because sometimes it's deeper. Sometimes you are feeling the collective. And you should stop being so darn hard on yourself for that. Because we've been through so much the last 4 years that you are lucky to even be here right now. You are one of those worker bees that has survived. Think about that. You watched your brothers and sisters pass away. Not literal siblings, but just, collective brothers and sisters. And you still are around working and going and pushing forward. And you're the strong one. And you should pat yourself on the back right now for being strong. For how brave you are. For the courage to keep going. This just downloaded while changing the battery in my camera and my mic. Are you really free? There's a lot of people, unfortunately, still in ego, which is, again, I'm an ego, you're an ego, we're all an ego. It's hard to do. To just fully take yourself out of ego, right? Let's stop trying to take ourselves out of ego, right? That's the problem to begin with. That's fake spirituality to begin with. When we try so hard to not be an ego, just be. Let it go. Be you. Be yourself. That's what you are here to do. You're not here to remove yourself from egoic ways. So, acknowledging that is the first step, all right? That we have a problem, okay? You don't take yourself out of the problem by focusing on not the problem or ignoring the problem until it grows into this cancerous tumor of a problem, right? You don't just get a diagnosis and realize, oh, I have ego, and then you just ignore it and go on your business. No. The way you do it is to realize you have it, and then do the best you can not to let it control your life. You can still have it. It's yours. It's a God-given gift. It's there to defend you. It's there to protect you. Your subconscious, that's its assignment. You don't just ignore and neglect it. Use it to your advantage. So with that said, we're in ego, right? So many people in ego are saying, oh, well, I'm retired. I have a lot of money. I don't work. I'm free. Are you really free? A lot of you, last time I checked, are no judgment, cooped in the house, holding on to that money for dear life so you can pass it on to someone else and complaining about how expensive that $15 salad in the store is. Are you really free? Yeah, exactly. So, I don't need to say anymore. Sorry to hurt your ego, but it's true, okay? Are you really free? No, none of us are. I don't believe we are, truly. You can feel free. To feel free. You are free in terms of feeling what you want to feel. The only thing that's not controlled right now is your thoughts, to an extent, unless you're easily. Follow the stopwatchable. Your emotions, your feelings, which if they can get your thought, they can get that emotion and feeling too, right? Because they're resistors. So you gotta be careful who lets your thoughts reign. That's why I say, you don't have to listen to me. Be careful what you hear from me too. Because I know I don't have all the answers. In fact, I encourage people to be careful because sometimes it's too much. Sometimes I have too much to say. And it's a lot. It's a lot, But I know one thing for sure is that your reality is what you perceive it. And so if you perceive yourself free, God bless you. I hope you still perceive yourself to be free, but you're not truly free. Unless you realize you're not. You free yourself by realizing you're not actually free to do as you wish. You can't just, let's say example, go to a grocery store, take everything you like and leave. It's a transaction. Everything's transactional. You can't even look at a bank unless you have some business there. You can't just walk in there and say, I like your chairs. I'm going to sit here for 5 minutes. But sir, do you have business here? No, I just really like your chairs. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to ask me to leave. I'm not free. Even if I'm a Justin Timberlake, I can't just walk in a bank, sit there and say, I like your chairs. If he doesn't have business there, they're going to say, honey, you better bounce. No one is free. But you're free by realizing you're not free. You free yourself of lies. You free yourself of the false mask you put on yourself by saying, I'm free. And it's funny, right? It makes me sick, actually. It's so disgusting. It's funny that we have to work all our lives to be free, and then when we're 65 years old, what do you end up doing anyway? You go home, sit on that couch, watch that TV, and look at how unfree the world is. Doesn't it make you just hurl? Or cry or scream or all of the above? So, yeah, you might travel a bit, but what's travel? You have to go back home anyway. Did I disappoint you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to open that third eye too quickly. I should have moisturized that third eye. I should have lubricated that third eye before opening it. I mean, like, let me tell you, this is not everyone's cup of tea. You're at your most free by sitting there in the quietness, not needing anything or anyone, and that's what I've learned in the last year. And that's the most powerful thing I could have possibly. Thank God I learned that. Just sitting there. I don't need to play music to be happy. I don't need to listen to YouTube. I don't need to sit there with anything in my ears. I still do from time to time. Alright? It's fine. It's fine if you do. But I don't need it. It's not my food, water, air. Don't ignore the elements. Food, water, air. We miss fire, don't we? We always miss out fire. Why is that? Why do we forget about putting that flame on that candle wick and lighting up a candle? Why is everything so imbalanced? Not harmonious. We forgot that element. It makes you think, right? We do use that element in our cooking, though. But it's false. It's electric, right? It's always powered by something. What about a natural, old-fashioned match? To a good old-fashioned soy candle. Like, that's the most natural fire I could possibly think of. Building a campfire, looking at it, feeling the warmth, feeling the heat. Maybe you like going for swims. Go for swims more. Maybe you're missing more water. If you really need to, take more showers. Like, balance. Get more air. Go outside. The sun is the ultimate flame. The sun is the most natural fire of all. Swimming on a sunny day outside. Why do we need pools? Why are we caged in a pool cage or indoor pool? And you notice why you don't feel any better. Just some food for thought. That's why I love the beach. It's the best. It has the earth, air, fire, and water all in one. Hell, you can, if you need extra fire, put a campfire. There's many places you can do that. In privacy. Okay, maybe not many, but yeah, we need these things. We don't need that Netflix documentary that don't have any of the elements. It's just a screen in front of you. You know? So this is what I'm channeling now, I guess. Sometimes we feel frustration for humanity that we are operating in a certain way for so long and wondering why nothing ever changes. Nothing changes unless nothing changes if nothing changes. If you don't change what you're doing, you're not going to change what you're seeing. That's just, if you don't change how you strike that match, it's not going to light a fire, baby. It's so straightforward, we just don't see it. It's like there's that blindfold put over us. Work. Shut up and work. Don't feel. God forbid you feel, right? There's so many people that unfortunately can't handle certain emotions. That can't handle, it's too much, and I get it, I'm there too. Like, sometimes it's just too much to bear and take. It feels like such a heavy burden. And then sometimes you don't even feel like working or doing anything. Like, it's so much. I get it. But what's the one thing that instantly makes it all better? That's the only thing I can think of is what your grandparents and parents probably used to tell you all the time: go outside. Yeah, you might carry that feeling with you outside, but then you go back inside and you're like, huh, actually something shifted. And you go back outside and you enjoy it and you don't even think about inside. And then you come back inside to eat and you're like, huh, something shifted. Right now that sun is sending so many downloads, so many of those flares. We're supposed to get another flip of the magnetic poles of the sun, which is normal. It happens every few years. But this one's going to be intense, and they've been saying for a long time this one coming is like up till 2025 is like intense. All right, they're worried it's going to like affect a lot of technology, and it might. Honestly, I don't care if it just fries it all. Like at this point, honey, that might be a blessing. All right, it might encourage us all to go outside and heal and finally start to clear this angry energy. There's so much of this like pent up energy in people and this guilt that just needs to go already. It's like dusting the cupboards. We gotta dust all the cupboards and all the dust flies up and we're seeing all that anger and that guilt. And then when it settles, we can vacuum it all, clean up the mess. We have a lot of mess to clean up, but the wind's taking care of it, don't worry. Alright, the sun's taking care of it, don't worry. The earth is taking care of it, don't worry. The water's taking care of it, don't worry. It's already taken care of. You have all your needs met here, but earth is trying to uplift and elevate us down and tell us, don't worry, I'm here. I'm your mother. You forgot me. We so much look at the Father in heaven. Where's the mother who gave birth to life itself? We're only told about a father. Where's the mother? Life emulates and imitates life, does it not? You have a mother and a father that made you. Where's your mother? As above, your father, so below your mother. You forgot to thank her and you step on her every day. Step on a crack, don't break your mother's back. Think deeper. Truth is stranger than fiction. That's one of my favorite words. In fact, I don't even listen to fiction or watch fictional movies because they're freaking boring. They're pathetic garbage to me. Because truth is way more interesting. Truth is way more better. I'm glad I said what I said. Unapologetically. I hope this you pretty good. You just begin to laugh and smile because you realize how just weird everything is all the time. And how there's still so many unknowns and questions to be asked and answered. And now we're creating something artificial to do things for us that we already know how to do. Because we've gotten to a state of being where we don't even want to go seek food. We want it to come to us. Giving your power because you don't want to be angry that you bumped into someone at the store with their shopping cart accidentally, and you don't want the inconvenience or awkwardness of saying I'm sorry. God forbid you talk to someone in their face anymore because you're busy talking to the newspaper on your screen, in your palm, controlling your every move, every day, until your eyes fry away and you really can't see then. And the only option you have is to see here. I could go on and on. That was a lot channeled. expose this year. Every last drop. Mark my words, it will. And I hope it does very soon. Because we need that exposure. We need to expose ourselves not only to the sun, but to truth, which is the sun. The sun loves us. It sends us truth every day. That third eye needs that truth. That third eye needs that sunlight glaring on it. I want to start seeing more tan heads. I want to start seeing more tan heads. I hope this makes sense, but I also hope it doesn't make sense because I don't want everything to make sense. It'll make sense within the depth of your core, but it doesn't have to make sense logically for it to make some truth. Truth is only what it is to you. Who cares what I say? I'm not here trying to make it true. It is what it is. I don't need to say to you, that is a crystal. When I know what it is, I don't need to prove to you that that crystal exists. Do you get me? Who cares if you do? I'm not trying to get you to get me. I got myself. I'm good. Are you? I think I'll leave it here. I hope this expanded that third eye. I might as well call this third eye expansion. Thank you for watching. I love you all so much. If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing this video. Trust me, alright? I'm trying to help us out here. Let me put it this way. Gabby Hanna had a point when she said, help me, help you. Maybe she wasn't so manic after all. I'll leave you with that thought.